Hello, everyone. Today's article is titled DoorDash CEO Tony Xu Redefines Food Delivery. It covers how Tony Xu transformed a college project into a global delivery giant worth nearly $90 billion. Through long-term thinking, bold acquisitions, and a relentless focus on customer value, Xu reshaped the food delivery landscape. His leadership style, humble, hands-on, and operationally disciplined, sets him apart in Silicon Valley. From slashing fees for restaurants during the pandemic to delivering food himself through DoorDash, Xu's approach is both strategic and personal. Let's pause for a moment before we move into the article. Before we examine what happened, it helps to consider a larger theme that gives us context. This will guide how we understand the story that follows. This brings us to today's theme, leading from the ground. Some CEOs lead from boardrooms. Others lead from the streets, literally. Tony Xu doesn't just design strategy. He delivers meals himself to feel what his couriers feel. It's a leadership style rooted in direct experience, empathy, and humility. Rather than giving orders from a distance, Xu builds trust by working alongside his teams. This approach isn't just symbolic, it's operationally smart and culturally unifying. What are the benefits and risks of leaders participating directly in frontline work? Direct participation breaks down hierarchy and builds credibility. In the article, Xu's DoorDash initiative isn't for PR, it's a way for every employee, including executives, to understand customer pain points. This insight leads to better decisions, faster innovation, and stronger team cohesion. However, it's not without limits. Leaders must balance visibility with responsibility. Micromanaging or over-identifying with frontline roles can blur strategic focus. But when done well, leading from the ground fosters humility and sharpens awareness, especially in fast-moving industries like delivery tech. Xu's approach reminds us that leadership is not about detachment, it's about presence and participation. Now, to understand this article better, we need to familiarize ourselves with key vocabulary. We'll go over 3 important expressions, learn their meanings, and see them in action with example sentences. Let's start with razor thin. It means extremely narrow or very small, often used to describe profit margins or votes. In the article, Xu had to find growth in a business with razor-thin margins. Here is an example. Supermarkets often operate on razor-thin profit margins to stay competitive. Next, we have spearhead. It means to lead or initiate a project, campaign, or movement. In the article, Xu spearheaded DoorDash's expansion into groceries, alcohol, and logistics. Here is an example. She spearheaded the company's transition to renewable energy. Finally, let's look at convertible debt. It refers to a loan that can later be turned into company shares, common in startups. In the article, DoorDash raised early funding using convertible debt. Here is an example. The startup used convertible debt to attract investors before its Series A round. Now that we've explored the main themes and vocabulary, let's reinforce our understanding with a summary dictation exercise. Listen carefully and fill in the blanks. DoorDash CEO Tony Xu built a global food delivery giant by focusing on underserved areas, long-term thinking, and bold leadership. Despite thin profits and stiff competition, Xu continues expanding and innovating, offering lessons for startups navigating tough markets. His hands-on leadership style and immigrant background have made him a widely respected figure in Silicon Valley. Let's check the answers and review what each word means. The first answer is underserved. It describes areas or groups that do not get enough services or support. The second answer is competition. It refers to the rivalry between businesses trying to attract the same customers. The third answer is innovating. It means creating new ideas, methods, or products to improve or stand out. The fourth answer is hands-on. It describes a direct, involved approach to managing or doing something rather than staying distant. The fifth answer is respected. It means being admired or valued by others because of one's qualities or achievements. Great work, everyone! We learned how Tony Xu's leadership combined bold strategy with grounded execution. He proved that understanding every layer of your business, from coding to couriers, can fuel long-term success. Let's finish with this question. Should all employees, including executives, participate in customer-facing roles like DoorDash? We'll continue this discussion next time. Until then, think about how proximity shapes leadership.